What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So we had some pretty interesting information come out here today, talking about version 12.2, which we don't have an exact date as to when version 12.2 is going to be arriving. However, there's a pretty good likelihood that it's going to be arriving with the 8.5 year anniversary, which should be around mid-November, typically obviously 6 months after the actual anniversary, which was in May, which would equate to it being, November 11 or November 12th this year. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Now, typically with the introduction of anniversary events, they do like to give us either new updates or new characters or new mechanics to play around with. And with this version 12.2, which as I said should be coming in mid-November, introduces the Pirate Rumble Grand Party, which we did have a little bit of information given to us quite a few months ago, letting us know that this was going to be arriving at some point this year, but now we have full confirmation that it's going to be arriving with this brand new update. Now, the Grand Party is interesting in the way that it works. As we know with typical Pirate Rumble, we have normal Pirate Rumble. You just go up against another opponent, and if you win, you get points. If you lose some of your points. This is structured a little bit differently, where by partaking in the Grand Party game mode, when you do a match, it's actually 3 teams against 3 teams. Now, I believe the way that it's going to work is you'll have one match go, and then you'll have your second match, and then depending on how many wins or losses you have, you'll have your third match go, and then the first person to win 2 of the 3 matches will win overall. So that's kind of interesting, the way that they're going about it. And of course, team building is going to be very important with the Grand Party game mode. So we'll go over to the next one. It does mention here that win many times during the event period to get great rewards. So it looks like that the Grand Party is not going to be available all the time, kind of like current Pirate Rumble. It does mention here that during the event period you'll get more rewards. Potentially Grand Party will be here, forever, and then only during certain event periods where the more wins you have during a certain amount of time, you'll actually accumulate more rewards. Or potentially, as I said, Grand Party might not be here all the time, but when you do play it, you'll actually get really good rewards. And this is one thing that I'm really hoping for, because current Pirate Rumble, the rewards in it are pretty bad. Like, you have to input and invest a lot of rainbow gems into refilling your stamina, into playing Pirate Rumble to actually get good rewards. So I hope that this is a little bit different in where we can actually get better rewards more efficiently. You can see you got Bounty, Rumble Scrolls, Cotton Candy, and of course, Rainbow Gems. Now, there was actually a secondary tweet that went out about this as well, but this introduces a new kind of mechanic for Pirate Rumble. So you've got the Grand Party about the GP stat, which I would assume means Grand Party stat. You've got a GP leader skill and a GP burst. Certain characters will have GP stats that will take effect during battle when set as a leader. So this is also kind of interesting, because with normal Pirate Rumble teams, you don't have a leader. You have your main line and you have your bench. There is no leader set on your Grand Party or on your regular Pirate Rumble teams. So with Grand Party, they are kind of changing the way we build our teams here. So you've got team swap as well. Swap out characters for each battle. Fight with an advantageous team. About winning. The side to win 2 matches out of the 3 matches will be victorious. Fight with an advantageous team. So they mention advantageous team, but we don't really understand what that actually means at this current point in time. And you can see that in this bottom example, you've got the 2 teams here have already won. So the 3rd team here doesn't actually need to play. But something that you can actually see is that there is a little symbol that is very reminiscent of the like a despair symbol, or just regarding a captain. So it looks like the character artwork that is set on your team is the leader of that team. And then I assume, depending on what that leader is, you'll get a different GP ability that will activate during that Pirate Rumble Grand Party match. But of course, we don't really understand how a Grand Party match actually works. We don't know what the GP abilities or a GP burst actually means. And we don't even know, maybe you have to level up these abilities, kind of similar to what you have to do with Rumble Scrolls with regular Rumble abilities. And I think that if they actually went about introducing a new item to level up a GP ability of a character, while a lot of people would hate that, myself included, I wouldn't be surprised if that is something that they're looking into, to add a little bit of variety into your team building and having all of these characters have GP abilities, and then you have to invest more items or different effects into characters, level up their GP skills, level up the GP burst ability, whatever that means. Potentially that could mean, you know, for a certain amount of time, or like when a character falls below a certain health threshold for the next X amount of time, you'll get like buff stats, or you'll get increased CT to launch your special faster. Something like that I could probably see going around that way. It's a little hard to say right now with that, the full breakdown of what's actually going to happen. And it's going to be interesting as well, because this is kind of like the main line of version 12.2. This is what the headlining new game mode is for version 12.2. So I wonder if the 8.5 year anniversary character or characters that debut here, remember there will be a relatively big Sugo Fest happening in the middle of November, I wonder if that character or characters that debut during that event are also going to be very important for the Grand Party, and potentially have really good abilities for the Grand Party Rumble, potentially having a really good GP leader skill that will make team building during Grand Party much easier to do. And also something that we did know a little bit earlier on before this official announcement is that you have your 3 separate teams that you need for Grand Party, and I believe there is no overlap with characters that you can use on each team. So hypothetically, with this team 1, there is Yamato. You cannot use Yamato on any other team except for that one team. So it actually promotes you leveling up many characters in Pirate Rumble to use them on multiple different teams. So make sure you are doing that. Make sure you have a lot of characters available with their Rumble skills ready to go. I believe they did mention a little bit earlier on, or on one of the news posts, they did actually mention that due to Grand Party coming up very soon, that we're going to go ahead and give everyone more Rumble scrolls than usual. So I'd expect there to be potentially a new login bonus that is going to occur probably towards the end of October, the start of November. That's going to give us a lot of Rumble scrolls. Hopefully something like that happens so that we can get some of our characters leveled up. But without knowing exactly how this is going to work, it's a little bit hard to really advise or suggest any of these characters that you should be leveling up at the moment. But of course, many people kind of have a pretty vague understanding in terms of which characters or which teams in Pirate Rumble are the best at the moment. So the best idea would be is just to make sure all of those really key teams are ready to go. Your Psy team, your Dex team, I mean the Cerebral team is okay, Free Spirit can still do some things, Slasher can still do some things. Obviously, the quick-based teams are obviously okay as well, but mainly the type-based teams are the best ones still right now. I know that they have definitely given a lot of support to the class teams as of late, but they're still not quite there yet. The type-based teams definitely reign supreme at this current point in time. But I think with all of that, that's pretty much all we can really go off of right now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the brand new Pirate Rumble game mode down below in the comment section. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys did, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.